you don't defend yourself, if you allow yourself to get stabbed, to be killed, to be bludgeoned, maybe then we'll be nice and we won't riot. West Philadelphia suburbs erupted again in riots after the police shot a man who can be seen on footage circling around a car with a knife in his hand, and everybody yelling, "Drop the knife, drop the knife," including the police who were backing up. The suspect comes around the car, takes a semi-fast step, and then slows down. At that moment, he is shot by the police. You don't get to approach people wielding a knife. You don't get to come within a certain distance of somebody else who's backing up and threaten him with a knife, because it takes a couple of quick steps and you're on the person, and the other party does not necessarily have the chance to react. In this case, the police shot them. And of course, the cretins of Black Lives Matter erupt on the Philadelphia streets, yelling, "Say his name, say his name." And then they run over police with a vehicle, attempted vehicular manslaughter. They throw bricks at the police. Hey, they're only bricks. What do you expect the police to do? If somebody came at you wielding a knife, wouldn't you take a couple steps back, tell them to drop the knife? And if they make that fast step towards you, isn't it your instinct to fire your gun at them? Why should somebody be able to get within a couple of feet of you where they can lunge and attack you with the knife for something that you had no part in? You're there, you're trying to enforce law, you're trying to provide law and order for the citizens. It's a scary place to be, and it's completely understandable from the cops' perspective to unleash lethal force in that moment. I don't understand how this precipitates a riot. How every single time, because of the suspect's skin color, that makes it socially acceptable to riot. They don't do this in even a million times more egregious circumstances, like what happened in Mesa, Arizona with Daniel Shaver, and the police opening gunfire as he's begging for his life in a Mesa hotel hotel hallway. This, of course, is not reason for people to erupt in riots because of the person's color of skin. It only is socially acceptable. It only is defensible if the suspect's color is black. And of course, you're going to have Kamala Harris come on the line and say that it's systemic racism that is the problem. No, the problem is when people approach you with a knife and a crazy look in their eye, and they try to take a fast step towards you. That's the problem. Look, I absolutely don't want anybody to get shot. But you have to realize that just because somebody is black does not give them permission to go at police with a knife. You shoot somebody in the leg, you use a taser as they requested, as they were asking, it doesn't always work. And then you put your life at risk. If somebody comes within a certain distance of you, wielding a knife, and then takes a fast step towards you, instinct, boom, boom, boom. And that's that. It's not the color of somebody's skin. And we are becoming so racially divided, that's the first thing we look to. What color was this victim's skin? No matter who he is, that's the first thing that people ask. It's like, hey, somebody approached the cops wielding a knife and tried to attack them. Yeah, I guess he deserved what he got. But he was black. Hell no. Riot. That is the unfortunate truth of racial relations in the United States today. And we need to stop it, because otherwise we're just going to continually fracture the bonds that unite us as a republic. And that has been built up over years as is being unwound, and it's primarily by the Democrats in Congress that are doing so, that makes such attacks socially acceptable, like Kamala Harris stating that Michael Brown of Ferguson was murdered, despite what the fact that the Obama Justice Department, through exhaustive inquiry, found otherwise. It's really sad to me, and I tire of the racial animus that is rising. The heat is rising in America. And again, if you want to vote for these feckless Democrats who won't condemn this violence, who are using the racial divisions that they are sowing in our society in order to gain power by blaming it all on Donald Trump when they're the ones actively promoting it, then our country is going to go downhill. So it's yet another reason to vote Republican across the board, to tell them that these tactics will not work, that these Antifa and BLM types cannot terrorize us into submission, as some journalists have pontificated, that the right thing to do in this case is to vote for Joe. No, we cannot vote in this geriatric old man that can't remember whether he's running for the Senate or for the presidency, whether or not he...
And the character of the country, in my view, is literally on the ballot. What kind of country we're going to be. 4 more years of Georgia, is going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world. And so
running against George Bush or Donald Trump, and then have this idiot Kamala Harris come in, who is so unlikable, and you want either of these people to negotiate on our behalf on the world stage because you're tired of Donald Trump. It doesn't work that way. Donald Trump is way, way better, and you have to stick it to these race hustlers who are trying to divide us. I want unity in our country. I want us to judge each other by the content of our character, not the color of our skin. So peace and blessings to everybody out there. If you like this, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please share this video. Peace and blessings to everybody.